healthy, and happy. The day I'm filming right now, as you can tell by the title, was the day I decided to film a formal/informal intro to my YouTube channel. I recently rebranded my business and just overall thought I needed a fresh start, which is okay. I'm not sure what was so nerve-wracking about this day, but I was pretty stressed the entire day. I think besides the quote-unquote fear of being seen, I think the struggle I have is to share my ideas online. As a designer or a creative, you can understand that putting so many hours into an idea and thought behind it just for someone to potentially tear it down is really stressful to think about, and sometimes we just avoid it completely. But I think that it is kind of hindering us from growing such a beautiful community around us of people that will actually support us instead of tear us down. I'm scared for people to drag me online, and I know not everyone's going to agree with my ideas, but I think we know that some people can just be cruel. It's my hope to create a community that's truly constructive, because I know that the best ideas come together through collaboration. Well, I think that's enough for me for now, and I hope that you guys enjoy the rest of the video. Bye. Am I the only one that drinks water out of a coffee mug? It just tastes so much colder. I don't know what's going on with that insulation. Anyway, hi everyone. My name is Shacey Aziz and welcome to my YouTube channel. Oh my gosh, it feels so crazy saying that because I have dreamt about starting a YouTube channel for years and years and years of my life, and just life getting in the way, time passing by very quickly, and also the ultimate thing, my fear of being seen and coming off cringe has stopped me from doing this. God knows why, I really don't know, but when you have a desire to do something and it's like it never goes away ever, that is kind of like your indication that maybe you should just give it a try. So this is me. I told myself before the end of this year that I have to start being consistent in posting my design content. So a little bit about myself. Again, my name is Shacey Aziz. I am the founder and head designer of my own interior design studio called All Things Were Made. It is a design and architectural research studio that focuses on hospitality and residential design, and we're based out of Stamford, Connecticut, but we do projects nationally. Besides that whole mission statement, I just overall have a passion for design, architecture, interior, product, graphic. When you love design, you love design. You love fashion. You have an appreciation for every single facet of being a creative, a chef, every single thing. I really enjoy cooking. I enjoy the artistry of hospitality. There's just so many things that I plan on exploring on this page. And besides all that, I'm just a girl. I'm just a girl who loves her dog, who loves hiking, who loves hanging out with her friends, who loves hosting dinner parties, who loves her family, who loves her faith more than anything. And this channel is actually an act of obedience because, again, the desire of my heart never went away to start this channel. And I think timing is amazing. I wanted to start a YouTube channel at 18 and now I'm 27. I think I needed some maturity and some growing up before I put my whole life on blast on the internet. So I'm not really sad about waiting until this long to do it. I've grown a lot. a lot of things have changed in the past 2 years, and I'm excited to kind of now put myself out there, create a really strong community of creatives that love sustainability, that love design, that want to explore research and design, just putting my ideas out there. I have notebooks and hundreds of pages of just ideas that either went unfinished or I finished them and never shown anyone. It's literally just me and God that has seen, and my dog, Shelby, who has seen these ideas, and it's kind of time for me to put it out there. Something else that some of you might relate to is, if you ever went to architecture school, you might be able to relate to why I'm so nitpicky and scared to share my ideas. Because not for nothing, and I know that we all say trauma, like we love throwing that word around, but no, like I was deeply traumatized by architecture school, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like it really made me lose confidence in my ideas. They rip everything apart, and if you went to architecture school, and post leaving that program, 1, I felt like I failed. 2, I felt like I wasn't good enough. 3, I felt like none of my ideas were good enough. But just to toot my own horn, okay? I think I'm the only person amongst what would have been my graduating class that actually has real life ideas, projects that have been built. It's so hard for me to say that, and it's so crazy for me to think about, because if I looked back to 5-6 years ago, I wouldn't believe you if you told me that's what was gonna happen, that I was gonna be published recently in a magazine. My mind is literally blown, and I think it's just a gift from God to build up my confidence in order to share my ideas on YouTube. I don't know why I could put stuff on like my website, where it's probably because nobody travels to my website. I literally look at my insights on my website and nobody goes. So I think it's kind of like free range for me to create on there because I know nobody's looking. But that is defeating the whole purpose of design, because design is, for me at least, a method of helping people. Architecture and anything that has to do with the built environment is always a people first industry. It's a people first career. And with everything that's going on in the world, all the division that we're facing, all the war, all of the hate, I think we need spaces that are gonna nurture ourselves. We can't help one another if we can't help ourselves. And I think that my purpose behind design is really to bring healing. I know what it's like to live in a space that is terrible. I mean, like, I lived in the trenches and I worked 2 to 3 jobs. I was exhausted, and I went home to a place that was not a nurturing environment. And I stopped asking the question, why are people so upset? Because I, right there, knew why people were so upset. If I was working 2 to 3 jobs and I could go home and breathe fresh air and not have to worry about mold or bugs or anything that was going on, safety, I might have been living a different life. And I think well-designed spaces, I'm going on a rant right now. Sorry, I think well-designed spaces is a right and not a luxury. And that is part of the research that I'm doing. Now listen, design is expensive. I know that, everyone knows that, but what can we do and what research can we come up with? What new methodologies and materials can we come up with that is going to make this accessible to other people? So that's the research side of my business. Just to throw all that at you. Other than that, this page is gonna be fun. We're not gonna be talking about depressing things all the time. I have 2 new series coming up on this channel that I would really love to explore with you guys. One is just fun. It's just an interiors wish list, looking at products and brands that I really love. which pieces I believe that you should invest in, what you shouldn't invest in. I'm gonna give you all the furniture tea, all the interiors tea, because there's some things, I don't care how much money I have, I would never buy. Because it just doesn't make any sense. It's such a nice thing to look at, but is it practical for everyday life? Probably not. And then the second series that I'm really, really excited about is gonna be Design With Me. So Design With Me is gonna be exploring beginning to end what the interior design process entails when you hire an interior designer. And it could also give you some ideas about what your project timeline and calendar should look like. I think that's a huge misconception when you're working with clients is, when is all this supposed to unfold? When is this project supposed to end? My dog's coming out here. And hi. You could probably hear her pause. And my pride and joy. She might distract you the rest of the video just because how cute she is. What was I saying? Right, I think there's just a lot of misconceptions about what the interior design process entails and what an interior designer actually does. Because every single time I get inquiries, I feel like people are not understanding what it is that I do. What do I do? What do I bring to the table, right? So I think that'll be fun to explore with you guys. Other than that, I might throw some vlogs in there, here and there. I already have a video on this channel, but because I rebranded my entire business, moved, and all the things, I just thought it would be nice to do a formal introduction. Me, Shelby, my new space. I just moved to a new space about 3 months ago, and it's been the first time in a really long time I could put thought into my space. Because once we become more acquainted, I could probably tell you my testimony regarding that, but I've been really excited to get down to the nitty-gritty and share my ideas, create this community, and I'm really excited to be here with you guys. So stay tuned for the next video. It's going to be the interiors wish list, and then right after that, it's going to be the Design With Me. All right. Don't know if that's a good intro video. I have no idea, but I think that I just have to post it. Well, guys, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you in the next video.